Hey, greetings, my friends. Holiday greetings, actually. Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode. Here we are mid-December when we're releasing this particular episode. We're leading up to the end of 2022. And I always kind of like to do a post or a video kind of talking about wrapping up the year. I think there's two different mentalities. And I want to just have a quick little discussion with you on finishing strong as we end this particular year, moving into 2023. So, what's interesting is, people can make excuses for anything, right? Anything can be made to be an excuse. Like, I'm tired, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I'm just too busy, whatever, it's cold outside, it's hot outside. It's, I don't know, we could probably go on forever and never even talk about anything in this episode other than what the excuses are. Well, the reason I bring that up is because this is one particular time of the year, and I love the holidays personally. I love Christmas and decorations and the smells and the weather changes, especially where I live. We get 4 full seasons, and love that it starts to snow and, the weather changes, the leaves have fallen off the trees, and, I've had snow on the ground and Christmas trees up, and it smells like pine. And I just love this time of the year, and I love to be in this celebratory, time. But along with that, I'm a business owner, as you are. And so, now, if you look, for example, at, this is kind of interesting, if you look at like retail businesses throughout the holidays, like retail businesses, I'll tell you one in particular, jewelers, okay? Jewelers in particular make like 90% of their annual money in the month of December. Did you know that? I know most of you probably aren't jewelers, but most jewelers, like they go for 11 months, and their two biggest, like February, like Valentine's Day is big, but the biggest time of the year is Christmas. And so they wait all year long to have this big year. And look around, all the retailers, they're open on Christmas Eve, they're open the day after Christmas. It's business as usual. These are people reaping the rewards because people are shopping. And here we are as network marketers who share all sorts of great, amazing products and services, as well as giving the gift, and I believe it is a gift, the gift of financial independence, the gift of a better lifestyle, the gift of more income. And what happens a lot of times is people do this. They think, it's the holidays, and people aren't going to really want to talk about business or talk about products, and I'm just going to wait until after the end of the year. So what they're doing is they're giving themselves an excuse to lay back and do nothing. And this happens every year. And I'll give you like a quick example, like years and years and years ago. So I was in network marketing for 2 years. I didn't make any money. I ran out of cash. I had to move home, live in the bunk beds in my parents' house, took a job at their radio station selling advertising. And what was fascinating is we moved into this season, right? The same season that we're in right now. And all of my competitors, like really majority of the competition that were selling from other TV, radio stations, cable, yellow pages, newspapers, all the things that were around back in the day, a lot of them would be like kind of like chilling out and they don't want to, and think, now we're calling on retailers and we're calling on busy people. But I was thinking to myself, well, wait a minute, these retailers, yeah, they've got it hot and heavy right now, but they want to go out into the new year and start out strong and have a good first quarter and have a good, have business continue and not just dry up. So I would be in there all throughout the month of December, like setting up appointments and doing proposals and, getting people locked in for first quarter contracts all the way through Christmas. Now, did I work on Christmas Day? I don't work on Christmas Day. But do I work on the 26th? I was back at it on the 26th. Do I work on New Year's Day? Typically, I don't work on New Year's Day. It's kind of a day to chill. New Year's Eve at night, am I working on New Year's Eve at night? No, probably not. I'm going to a New Year's Eve party like all of you guys are doing. But all those other times, all the way leading up to it, think about it. How many times have you gone shopping on Christmas Eve and all the stores and people are running around, but we shut our businesses down? We make the excuse of like nobody wants to talk to us? That's nutto. So It's simply a matter of like looking at it differently. And I think personally that, and I did this, I know I did this, I've done this in network marketing, I've done this in traditional business. Like when you are active, when others are sleeping, you have an advantage. It's like I'm stepping forward when everybody else is taking a nap. Of course, I'm going to be ahead of the pack. So from the advertising standpoint, it's like I had all these contracts already set up for first and second quarter before the year ended, and all of my competition, they're out there starting on January 2nd, and they're already like trying to set up. We're already in first quarter, and they're trying to set up contracts for first quarter, but we're already in first quarter. You get my drift? I mean, it's the same concept. Now this is a different business, right? But why can't we be in full-on business building mode and preparing, launching people now, and then, of course, New Year's resolutions and people wanting to change. Two of the biggest New Year's resolutions, of course, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit, and I want to make more money, or I want to, change my life in some way. What do we do in network marketing? That's exactly what we do. Like, we're agents of change. That's what we are. And so as an agent of change, what are we going to do? Sit around and take a nap for the next couple weeks? I'm not saying you can't have fun and you can't play and you can't go to holiday parties and do all those things, but man, taking the light switch or the keys and turn the keys of the ignition off and throwing the keys in the forest is never a good idea. It's never a good idea. And look, I mean, people can make excuses. If we go into excuse mode, people can make excuses. January, people are starting their year. We don't want to disturb them. February, it's Lovers Month. Oh my gosh. I mean, everybody's Valentining in March. I mean, the spring flowers are starting to come out. Boy, I mean, people probably want to go look at the spring flowers. April, I don't know what's going on in April. Whatever. May, it's Mother's Month. People can, summer, oh my gosh, the kids. I mean, we can make excuses to sit on our butt anytime we want, or we can make the decision that we're going to go now and we're never going to stop going. And again, I'm not saying I'm not prospecting on Christmas Day. I'm not. I mean, it's a holiday. I'm not prospecting on 4th of July, typically. It's a national holiday, here in the U.S., of course. So think about that. Look, guys, we have a couple weeks left in the end of the year. You can get done, and you can be in a more advantageous state and have people launching now and into the first part of the year rather than, turning the light switch off, losing all momentum, and then trying to regain the momentum. If you keep the momentum and the action, the activities going through the end of the year. Now, granted, you may be in certain times of the year at 100%, and maybe instead of 0% in the month of December, you're at 70% or 60%, but you're not at 0%. You're not like turning the lights off, shutting the business down. We'll come back in January. We'll board it up, and we'll come back at the first of the year. That's how some people treat their network marketing businesses, and they're wondering, why in the heck do I not have momentum in my business? So, some thoughts for the day on a holiday week as we're leading to the end of the year. I appreciate you guys. Happy holidays to all of you. If you're on my YouTube channel, appreciate you. And all my podcasters on audio, love you guys to death. Appreciate you as well. All the rest of the details, all sorts of other assets and tools for you right here at toddfalcone.com/episode 207. That's this episode. TODDFALCONE.com/episode 207. We'll see you next time.